The rain poured endlessly that night. Inside a small coffee shop, a young woman in a wheelchair sat alone, holding a crumpled letter in trembling hands. Her eyes were red from crying, her belly heavy with life, but her heart felt utterly broken. Just a few weeks ago, she had everything, a family name known across the city, a future filled with luxury and pride. But now, she was homeless, paralyzed, and abandoned by the very people who once called her their daughter. Then, a man in a janitor's uniform stepped in, dripping wet from the storm. He noticed her tears, her pain, and despite having so little himself, he walked over and gently asked, "Are you okay?" That single act of kindness changed both of their lives forever. Before we continue with this heart-touching story, make sure to subscribe to Kindess Lights, where we share true and inspiring stories that prove kindness still exists in this world. Don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts below. Your support helps spread light in dark times. Her name was Emma Collins. Daughter of Richard Collins, the CEO of one of the largest real estate companies in the state. She grew up with everything, wealth, comfort, and a future her father had carefully planned. But Emma had a heart her father didn't understand. She didn't want to live in boardrooms and mansions, she wanted a simple life, filled with love and purpose. Then she met Mark, a kind but struggling musician. He didn't have money, but he had warmth, laughter, and dreams that made her feel alive. Against her father's wishes, Emma fell deeply in love with him. When her father found out, he was furious. "You're throwing away everything for a man who can't even pay rent," he shouted. Emma stood her ground. "I don't care about money, Dad. I care about love." Richard gave her a cruel choice, family or love. Emma chose love. She left the mansion with only a suitcase and her heart full of hope. For a while, things were good. She and Mark lived in a tiny apartment, planning their future and dreaming about their baby. But fate can be cruel. One rainy night, while driving home, they were hit by a truck. Mark died instantly. Emma survived, but woke up in the hospital paralyzed from the waist down. When her father came to see her, he stood at the door, cold and distant. "You made your choice," he said. "Now live with it." Then he walked away, leaving her broken, physically and emotionally. Weeks later, Emma was discharged from the hospital. She had nowhere to go. Every shelter she called was full. The baby was due in 2 months, and she barely had enough money for food. That's how she ended up sitting in that coffee shop on a stormy night, staring at an eviction notice and wondering if kindness had left the world entirely. Then came Jack. He was a janitor at the nearby hospital, a man in his late 30s, with tired eyes and hands rough from work. He had come in to grab a cup of coffee after finishing his shift. When he saw Emma, something inside him told him not to walk away. "Are you okay?" he asked softly. Emma tried to smile, wiping her tears. "I'm fine," she whispered, but her voice broke halfway. Jack sat down across from her. "You don't look fine. Do you need help?" At first, she hesitated. She wasn't used to people caring without wanting something in return. But something about his voice felt safe. So she told him everything, about her father, her accident, losing Mark, and having no place to go. Jack listened quietly. He didn't interrupt, didn't judge. When she finished, he said, "You can stay in my guest room for a while. It's not much, but it's warm and dry. My daughter would love the company." Emma was speechless. "You don't even know me." He smiled. "Maybe not. But I know what it's like to feel alone." That night, Emma followed Jack home. His house was small but cozy, filled with the smell of home-cooked food and the laughter of his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. The little girl instantly hugged Emma's leg and said, "You can be my friend." For the first time in months, Emma laughed. Days turned into weeks. Jack helped her with doctor visits, taught her how to move independently in the wheelchair, and never once made her feel like a burden. Lily would sit beside Emma, drawing pictures of her new auntie and the baby inside her belly. One evening, as Emma watched Jack fixing a leaky faucet, she asked, "Why did you help me?" He paused, then said, "A few years ago, my wife died giving birth to Lily. I was lost. People turned away from me because I was just a janitor. But one nurse stayed, she brought me food, helped with Lily, never asked for anything. That kindness saved me. I guess I'm just paying it forward." Tears filled Emma's eyes. For the first time since the accident, she felt hope again. When her baby, Ethan, was born, Jack was right there in the hospital room, holding her hand. He wasn't family by blood, but by heart. News of Emma's situation spread online after a nurse posted about the janitor who took in a paralyzed pregnant woman. One morning, the story reached Richard Collins. Seeing the article, and his daughter smiling in a wheelchair, holding her newborn, broke something inside him. He drove straight to Jack's house.